worldwide. Now next up, In the Mix recently took a little field trip to Barnes & Noble in Tribeca, where we attended a rare book signing session and met up with In the Mix's Author of the Week, Brandon Boyd. In the late 90s, singer-songwriter Brandon Boyd drove Incubus to the top of the charts with lyrics from hit songs like Drive and Pardon Me. Today, more than a decade later, Boyd is still going strong with a double release on his own label, a new solo LP, Sons of the Sea, and a book, So the Echo. Baby, could we spend the month here tonight? Boyd is a creative force. He's been busy on the road, touring the country, connecting with fans. Boyd's latest stop was Barnes & Noble in Tribeca.
I personally feel like I have to just make space. Create an environment that is conducive to creativity.
ITM literally caught up with Boyd a few minutes before his Tribeca book signing. Here we are in the mix with Brandon Boyd, and thank you for having us today. We're here at Barnes & Noble, downtown in Tribeca. You've got 200 people outside waiting to talk to you, to ask you questions, to experience these two wonderful pieces of art that came from your heart and soul.
I'm stoked you guys are here.
I love how you have your tag autographed.
Yeah, oh, it's coming off. Dang, oh, I'm gonna put it right here. I don't want to necessarily be like Starbucks boy when I go up there.
Hundreds of die-hard fans were waiting outside his private room.
No matter what, I knew like I had to be here and meet this man.
Yeah, it was a no-brainer. Once I found out he was going to be in New York City, I had to.
It was amazing, and I related to it big time.
So where's your autograph? Show it off.
I have also been a fan since I was 12 years old, so that's like 12 years now.
It was just a complete dream come true.
ITM busted in on Boyd, who was practicing a rare pre-signing ritual called sipping pirate bucks. Feel free to drink Starbucks. We're really...
It's not Starbucks, actually. It's Pirate Bucks.
That's one of his own creations.
I'm drinking booty.
Another rare pre-signing ritual, doodling. Did you just draw that today?
Yeah. You know, I'm a compulsive doodle bug. Sometimes the doodles just will go a little bit longer.
It's no surprise the LA born and bred artist is a lifelong doodle bug. His latest book, So the Echo, is made up of artwork, experimental illustrations, personal photos, journal entries. The book is ultimately a very personal collection of Boyd's hybrid doodles. Were you a doodle bug as a kid? Did you used to sit there in class and doodle?
I did all that stuff. I don't know where it started exactly, but there were lots of opportunities for me to doodle when I was young, and so I took them, and my parents encouraged it as well. They would do things, and my mom played this game, and I actually still play it when I'm out to dinner with my friends, but we used to call it the scribble game, and you just draw a scribble and then pass it to your right, and give them the pen or the pencil, and you got to make a picture out of it.
I like that.
Because as it turns out, it's actually a really healthy right brain exercise. Helps develop the right hemisphere of your brain.
I like that. I think you're developed. Hence your latest LP. Pretty cool. A beautiful.
How cool
cover.
is it? They're making CDs oversized now. Isn't that neat?
Seriously, it's like a huge CD.
Yeah.
Son of the Sea, which you decided to release at the same time you're releasing a book as well. And tell me, the book, the LP at the same time, how did that happen?
They kind of occurred in a roundabout way at the same time, which is why I wanted to make them available around the same time. This record I wrote with Brendan O'Brien, a longtime friend of mine. He produced the past 3 Incubus records. It was just sort of the coalescing of about 6 or 8 months worth of us just getting in a studio and putting our heads together, and we had no real agenda behind it. We just wanted to do what happened, to work together in a different way. And we were both thrilled with the way that it turned out, so we decided to actually share it, you know, and it's always an interesting moment when you decide that something is worth sharing.
Because you're proud of it.
Yeah, a little bit. I think we were stoked on the way that it turned out, and we had a really good time doing it.
So the book literally is, in addition to some other artwork books that you have done, what inspired So the Echo?
I had a moment to compile 5 years worth of travel journals, photography, paintings,
doodles,
watercolor and ink, all kinds of stuff. And so I just, while I was making this record, if I wasn't in the mood to actively work on a song, I would sort of shift into the other gear. That's sort of always been my goal, is to create an atmosphere that was conducive to Muse showing up.
Why your own label this time around, and the book as well? You published the book as well.
Yes, yes. I've always published my own books, but I just finished out a 17-year record contract with Epic Records, with Incubus. So it was an opportunity to take a break from the traditional sort of record industry and try something new. So I'm just put it out under Avow Records, and we'll see what happens.
So doing your own thing, how does that feel, creating something that you don't have the studio there every step of the way, or any step of the way?
Right. It's been expensive and scary, but really fun and very revelatory. The industry has changed almost completely since I first started making albums and putting out albums. But I'm excited by the ways that it's changing.
BrandonBoyd.me, make sure you go and check out his album, his book. Thanks so much for letting us come by to your book signing today. So you're going to go and autograph a bunch of books, right?
Yeah.
So guys, if you can see, we're standing here with Brandon Boyd in Barnes & Noble, which is so exciting. He's got hundreds of fans around. If you guys log on to inthemixshow.com, you'll have a chance to play some In the Mix trivia and win this autographed CD and poster from Brandon. Log on to inthemixshow.com to participate and potentially win some of these exclusive autographed Brandon Boyd items. Inthemixshow.com to participate.